Hello everyone, my name is Guilherme and welcome to another video. And this is a quick update regarding Cave and regarding a bit of a game actually that I'm creating using the engine. And it's funny because I always want to show the best possible, to wait for the best possible opportunity to make a video talking about something new about the engine itself, and I end up never doing it. So I decided to record this video anyways to keep you guys up to date, and especially because I'm almost finishing the first version for playtest of my new game, the game that I've been working on. I don't have a name for it yet, but I hope that you guys can help me in the comments after watching this video and seeing what is this game about, of course. But I'm planning to release this version here that I'm about to show you to all my patrons, to everyone, regardless of the patron level. I want to start making more and more content for the patrons because we do have a lot of people over there, and I thank you so much for that. So I want to release this game and many other games for my patrons as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and test this game, and then I want to showcase a little bit of how this game is created using Cave. I'm using Cave 1.3. It's not out yet, but it will be soon, and it will be very nice. By the way, before I forgot, Cave Engine is actually during the summer sale, so if you don't have the engine, make sure you check it out because it's a great price and you get all the engine, all the feature updates for the 1.x version, documentations, and everything that you can expect from the engine. Anyways, let's go ahead and play the game. Let's just adjust the volume a little bit. 1 second. Okay, I've adjusted the volume for you guys. So this is the game. There's nothing new in the main menu, but if I play the game, I can have a bunch of stages here, and the idea that is that I will have many stages, and each stage is a different world with different environment and different puzzles for you to solve. This is a soccer game, if you haven't noticed already. So if I play the game here, let's actually, 1 second. I want to play this at least in a more maximized way, so it's a little bit better for you guys to see what is going on. Let's start with level 1. So basically, I've seen this game. It's a very similar game that gets the Sokoban idea and puts in a soccer environment, and I found this amazing, and I decided, okay, I want to do my own version of this game. So I'm building this game, and it's very interesting. I've built this prototype that I'm about to show you guys in around 19 hours. I will show the exact numbers for you in a moment, but let's go ahead and understand what is this game about. So I can select the player. I have the player selected because there's only one player, and it does not have any movement left, so and of course it does have the ball here, so the only choice is to kick, and this is a tutorial, of course. So I kick, and the guy is making some football soccer dance to say, hey, yeah, we made a goal. So I go to the next level. This is pretty much tutorial. So you can move by clicking here. Let me restart the game so you can see. So this character is over here. If I click here, it will move. And now once it's ready, I can kick the ball. In my game, you can only kick the ball once you are out of movement. So this is very important because it will allow some puzzle creations, of course. I'm just turning down the volume a little bit because I think it's too high for me. Okay, let's go to the next level, and it will eventually be a little bit more interesting. So I have 2 movements. Can go ahead and go back. Now I don't have any movement left. I'm just playing. People used to say in the comments that I play my own games, as I'm a completely idiot. I'm a retard because I make mistakes on purpose. Yeah, sorry. I don't know how to play my games. So you can see, very simple puzzle, and it will get more and more complicated as we move on. So now it is teaching you that you can, well, there's a long path here, and you cannot go through this this test character here. It's not a test character like when you play soccer. There's this player that is not a player. You get the idea. This character, the mannequin. Oh, I forgot the name. Anyways, so it's to teach you that you can walk over the grass. And now, of course, you can score the goal. Great, next level. Now I can walk with the ball, which is pretty good for soccer. By the way, I'll raise the volume here because I want you guys to see the work I did with the sound design. So the next match, let's go ahead and listen a little bit for to the game. It's nice, right? You can pause the game, of course. So now, let me play it dumb a little bit. No, I'm not gonna play it dumb. But you can see standard stuff. And now things will slowly start to become a little bit more complicated. For example, because here I can actually mess things up. I can go ahead here and run out of movements over here. And now I cannot hit the goal because the character is facing the other side. So if I kick, you can see the ball is out of the field, so I have to restart the game. By the way, check the transition that I've made. Look at this. Very nice, right? This restarts the game. Pretty cool. Oh, by the way, I can go back to the main menu. Let me reduce the volume for you guys to listen to me. And you can see that I've unlocked until level 6, and previously it was only, I think, level 4 or 5. I was playing and testing this before. So let's try to hit at least level 8 here before we call this down. Oh, we can see, oh, this is the same level because I did not finish it. I mean, I did finish, but I did not go to the next level. Yep. The guy is, okay, making the dance. Good. Next level, this one is to show you that you can go back here, because here I will definitely mess things up. So let me restart the game. So those are the first stage is pretty much like tutorial stage. Let's finish it up. Now I can go back. Is this level the same as the previous one? Huh. I'm still developing it. Okay, this one is a different one because the map is a little bit big, and the thing is, if I start moving the ball to the wrong direction here, you will see that I will run out of movements here and I'm not going to be able to shoot right, to kick right. And also, if I go here, it's not going to follow the ball. I can probably hack my way around. No, I can't. No, I actually can. I could go back and go forward. Anyways, let me restart the game. There's a lot of different ideas that you can use here to be able to hit the goal. And it's very important that you need to run out of movements before you shoot. I think this will be interesting. Here we go, next level. I think we made it. Yeah, this is the last level. There's a little bit of a puzzle here as well, because now it will start to become a little bit more interesting. I'm spoiling all the stages, sorry. Anyways, I will release this to my patrons probably tomorrow, but it will have another word, another stage, so don't worry about that. And something, I will show you in this video. Let's create something together here in this video. So you can see here that I'm with the ball right now, and I have 4 movements left. But the problem is, if I go here, it will not going to be able to shoot correctly, either here or here. So if I go here, I can run out of movements, but you can see that I will miss the goal. So not good. So there is a puzzle, and you know what? I don't think I will explain the puzzle. I think I left for you. Do you know, like this annoying mobile games that the guy purposely obviously missed the result for you to go ahead and download the game and play? I want to do this. So I'm not gonna show you this, even though it's obvious, a little bit obvious. I don't know, let me know in the comments. But this is the game that I'm working on, and now I'll do a little bit of show off, because there is some other stuff. I was working, I started work right before this video on the next stage. So you can see here stage 2, and you can see that I've changed the environment with sand, and now I want to create a little bit more advanced mechanics here for you. And now, of course, all the levels here, they are test levels as well. So I mean, the level design itself, so you can see there's nothing in the world, there's nothing in the environment. I would change that, of course. I want to do some decoration here to be cool and to look like you are in different places. So anyways, there's a lot of cool stuff to do. And talking a little bit about the organization and how this project is created using Cave Engine, which is something that most of you're probably going to be interested in. This is using Cave 1.3 once again, and I did use the startup project that is now part of Cave 1.3. If you missed the previous videos, now in Cave it will come with a bunch of options for you, menus and all that, so it will be super easy for you to create your projects. It is right now easy in 1.2, but you have to use like another project as a basis, and now this is part of Cave and many other stuff. In the main menu, you can see that I do have a bit more advanced menu. Let's play the game again. So I do have this transition, which is pretty cool. I have the credits. You can see that it pops in a little bit. And this is placeholder, of course. And I have the play game, and it pops in as well. Very nice. And I do have the levels. You can see they're all unlocked, but previously it was not unlocked. And this is all done. I do have like a test locked level here. And this is just done by basically composition, a composition of Cave UI elements. You can see here below me. So I'm doing a composition here. And what I do is basically duplicate this lock UI element to every element that, of course, is locked. And I disable this button to not be clickable. And you can see here that I do have the world. It blurs the background. And then I do have a button for every level. And then I have a script here at the world level. Just a Python script. It's super cool to write Python code in Cave. Just a simple script to lock the levels that I haven't unlocked yet. You can edit this through Visual Studio Code. You can see that I've created all the logic of the game using Visual Studio Code, which is pretty nice. Anyways, I don't want to go too much to details to this part yet. Oh, by the way, the ease functions, you can see that the transition, it's like a template that I've created. So I have ease in and ease out. I don't think you can see here because I'm in front. And it does have 4 bars here. Let me actually turn this on. And if I move this to the left or to the right, you can see that it's the effects that you want. Now, Cave Engine 1.3 will come with a default UI toolkit. You can see here I do have a UI toolkit script. And this is interesting. There's nothing new here. I mean, there is one thing that's new to Cave 1.3, but in terms of code, 99% of this code is already code that you could have written in Cave 1.2, but I know that it's hard for many people. You're learning and all that, so there's a lot to learn when it comes to a new engine. So I decided that Cave Engine will now come with a default UI script here, and this script, if you click here, there is a lot of components written for you. So you can, for example, there's pause components to do pause system. There is, let me actually open this through, let me go back here and open this through Visual Studio Code. By the way, I'm still developing this script, so you know. So I do have stuff for input sliders, numbers. I don't want to focus on this in this video because it's not the point, but there's a lot of stuff done. If you want to replace the cursor with a UI element, you can. Screen space component, so if you want to put like a, let me go back here because there's a very obvious example here. You can see on top of the character, I do have this UI element and it goes to the character. It's not really on top, but I actually positioned it at this place, at this position here, and used a component that Cave Engine will come by default for you. Okay, so again, there's nothing new here to the engine itself. I'm just adding a lot of default stuff for you to get started and make your life easier. Anyways, back to the video here, back to the main part, which is the organization. I do have a scene for my main menu, as you already know, and now I have here I have a folder for my environment stuff where I store all the meshes and the assets that are specific for my environment. As you can see here, I do have a gameplay folder where I store the entity template for my game mode, for the goal, for the grid tile, and I'll talk about that in a moment. It will be very interesting for the player and everything else. And of course, what I wanted to show you, this is player, and player is not exactly like the player, but the players, the soccer players. I want to have like a guy similar to Neymar, to Pelé, to Maradona, to Cristiano Ronaldo, and Messi, and many other famous players. I figured that I cannot make exact copies because I will be very screwed up due to copyright. So I need to create non-existent characters. This is a generic one that I've created. And by the way, I did model this guy myself. Let me know in the comments if I'm improving or not my modeling skills. Let me actually show this to you. So I'm here with Blender, and I do have the guy that I created myself. Yes. And a goal as well, I've created myself. Everything was made by me. Except the animations, I did use Mixamo for them. Sorry. But I did model the guy myself. Let me know in the comments once again if it's any good, any bad, if I'm evolving as a 3D artist, because I'm sick of creating programmer art, folks. I'm sick of creating programmer art. It did not take me long to create this model, by the way. It was very easy to make. I think I probably took 3 or 4 hours to model and texture this guy. Maybe 5 hours, stuff like that. Anyways, so yeah, there's this. Let me close this. So yeah, I want to add other characters. So this is why I have the base character, which is like this dude here. And I do have all the skins, the high poly and the low poly version of it. Oh, something interesting. I realized that my models, they will always look bad because I'm very low poly. Like, and then I added Subsurf to this guy and it looked good all of a sudden. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm using, of course, animations in Cave, and you can see there is a Python script icon here because I do have callbacks. What is this function? It's run. So I'm probably using animation callbacks here to play a footstep sound. I've created here in my code a play footstep and all camel case, because for me to remember that I created this, which is a function in Python, and I'm just calling to play the footstep. That way I can control this in another place. I do have the kick. The kick is very interesting. Let me go back to the levels here. I do have a test scene. Oh, there's 2 guys. Yes. Let's show the player a little bit. Let's play the kick animation. So you can see this is the kick animation, and it does have here at frame 36, as you can see here, which is around not this frame. What is going on? Oh, here we go. At frame 14, it's because it does have 2 callbacks, which is right here when I shoot. You can see that I am getting the game mode and basically calling a function that I have in it. So it's very nice in Cave that you can add Python functions to everywhere. Python stuff, it's super cool, super easy to do. Anyways, and last but not least, this is the best part, I have the levels scene here, the levels folder, and I do have this test scene, and I can have a folder for each level, for each world, and inside you can see I have a scene per level. So very easy to change here. I can create, I can duplicate, I can change the settings, and since I'm using entity templates, if I want to do a change to this character here, I can just double click it, add, I don't know, a mesh to it. It will be very weird. So I have this giant mesh on top of his head, and if I go back to the scene, if I reload the templates, you can see the guys here, and all the other levels, the player do have this change, which is very nice. So pretty standard stuff, of course. I'm gonna reload the templates. And other stuff that I wanted to show you, I don't think we're gonna have time to create a new level here, because this video is already 20 minutes in. But let me show you this test level that I was creating. I don't remember how to beat this level actually, but you can see, let me raise the volume a little bit. I can pick different guys, I can move them independently, mess things up. As always, I can restart the game. I think I remember I need to do this, and then I can shoot, can kick actually the ball, and then I get this guy here, and it to kick and hit the goal. Yeah. So one thing that I want to show you is the grid. So the grid here is a cell, and you can see it's an entity template. So if I double click it, I go ahead to the entity template editor. You're not going to be able to see because my webcam is in front of it, so you have to believe me. I do have the mesh, I do have the physics for my grid tile, as you can see, and I do have, let's try a little bit more to zoom in. Yep, you gotta have to believe me a little bit, but I do have here some blockers, some stuff to actually block this. It does have a visual indicator. For example, this is grass, and when there is grass, you can walk on grass, fine, but the ball won't go with you because this is part of puzzle creations. So I do have this, and I also have another blocker, which is this guy here that I don't remember how it's called in English, but anyways, in Portuguese it's called espantalho. I don't even think it's espantalho in Portuguese. Anyways, this is a guy, a dummy. This is the name probably. And where is this? Where there is this guy, you cannot step on this, and of course neither the ball. Previously, it was a crate. You can see here, but I got a feedback that it makes no sense to have like a crate in a soccer field, and I was like, yeah, this is correct. So let me remove the crate and add this guy here because this guy at least resembles some soccer stuff. And what I wanted to show you is that this template does have some public properties here that allow ball and allow walk, and I can tweak this if I want the ball to be allowed in this particular tile or the walk to be allowed in this particular tile. And I do have a script, and this is, let me edit this real quick. Oh, it's in the middle of the jungle here. Let me show you. I do have like all the scripts in one file. This is very bad, I know, but oh, it's easy for me to write the code. Anyways, so I do have the grid component that inherits from cave.editor component, and the difference from the component, the regular component, to the editor component in Cave is that the editor component can actually have editor update, and it is executed every single frame, like it is executed in the editor while you are not in the game. So be aware, you need to be cautious to use this because you can destroy your game. So don't crazy delete or add stuff here. Be aware what you're doing. But Cave allows you to do whatever you want. So this is very good. And the advantage of using the editor component to do this is that I can, for example, I do have some errors here. This spot, for example, you can see it's an instance of my template, and I have the options here. So I can disallow the ball and disallow the walk, and it will procedurally add this and rotate this, by the way. Oh, you can see it rotated. And it's interesting because I can add more procedural stuff to this if I want, and it will work. So this is very nice, and this is all like a template instance. I can go ahead and duplicate this. Let me duplicate, and I can continue to change everything. You can see that I do have random stuff now. I can play the game, and I do have my tiles here. The camera is off screen, of course, but I can always click here, preview my camera, and edit it so I can see what is going on. Now it's a little bit better. So this is how you basically create games in Cave. Very simple stuff. Anyways, so this is pretty much what I wanted to show you. Oh, the main menu. Oh, I've changed this. Yeah, standard stuff. Now it's complaining about a bunch of errors here. I probably will have to check this up. And this is probably because this is a test line, by the way. This is the test scene, and I was not playing with the test scene. Let's see if it works. It still doesn't work. Interesting. Anyways, I think I've broken the game. I've broken the game while showing this video. I need to figure out what is going on. Oh. What is going on? I'm curious. Game mode line 464. Oh, wow. I lost a little bit of it. Yeah, I think this will work. And yeah, it worked. So I think I've accidentally deleted code while recording this video, and I don't have Git to this project. So yeah, I'm just randomly doing. Oh, the last thing that I wanted to show you here is that cave. If you go here in tabs, you're not gonna be able to see this because I'm in front. Oh, you will. Stats for nerds. Anyways, it will open this folder here and it will show you exactly how many time you spend in your project. So I said that I spent 19 hours and 58 minutes in the project, and I know this because you can see Cave Engine actually counts that live for you, and it even counts like how many times you've loaded the project. So I opened this project 30 times, I saved it 431 times. I really like to save stuff, and I started the game 12 times. I think this is messed up probably. Huh. Let me see. No, it's not messed up. Anyways, but you can see here it does have a bunch of load of information. So this is very nice to show for you to see how you are, like how fast you are developing a game. So yeah, I like this. And this is a very old feature that Cave have. And a fun story about this feature, we have a studio here, Uniday Studio, and we have people working in our games. And I realized when we started doing this that this would be very weird to have in a version control, like for different people, because it will feel like I'm like spying you and seeing if you are being productive or anything like that. So I was like, man, this is weird. So in the end, this the file responsible for this in your project is added to your git ignore by default. So if you're working with a team, don't worry, this is not going to be committed with your project. So no one will know how many time you spend in your project. That's it. I find this weird. I don't want to see how many time the developers here in the studio spend in the games. Yeah, you can still ask them if you're working in a team, but anyways. So that's it for this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check the Cave Engine. It's in a great summer sale discount. And I see you in the next video. Bye.